Hi and welcome. Chris Principe, publisher of Financial IT, here at Money 2020. Truly one of the spectacular events that we have in the finance community every year. And it's here in Las Vegas, Nevada, one of the greatest cities on this planet. We're really enjoying ourselves. We're seeing so much interesting companies and innovation all around us. And I'm so lucky to be one of the companies that is really at the forefront of what they're doing. Zachary, how are you? Nice to see you.
I'm fantastic. Thank you, Chris.
Great, Zachary. Appreciate you being here with us. Can you tell us a little bit about the company and what you guys are doing?
Absolutely. My name is Zac Matthews, and I oversee what we call solutions engineering and our partnerships. So basically, I'm responsible for all of our customer-facing technology. So when a customer wants to do business with Chargebacks911, it's my job to oversee their integration. And then all of our partnerships with our financial institution and technology partners to make sure that we, as a company, are able to take care of our customers and achieve their outcomes. As a company, what Chargeback911 provides is we're the only comprehensive remediation platform for chargeback defense. Another way of stating that is 15 years ago, Monica Eaton, our founder, had an e-commerce company, and she was frustrated because she was getting hit with chargebacks. So she founded this company by figuring it all out, demanding the scheme rules, and basically she started defending her chargebacks. And her acquirer contacted her and said, hey, you're doing such a great job. Will you talk to this other merchant and help them out? And that kind of started our business 15, 20 years ago. Flash forward to today, we now sell a platform that merchants can use to build a document and defend their chargeback inside of our platform, or as a fully managed service, we can help them do it completely end to end.
Well, it's a really interesting space you're in, and I mean, all of us have had this issue with the chargebacks. So first, if you could tell me a little bit, how do you help the average person?
Absolutely. So I think the problem that we really address is inside of chargeback abuse, there's first-party fraud and there's first-party misuse and third-party misuse, right? Third-party misuse is someone else took your credit card and they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing with it. First-party misuse is something about the transaction, whether it's the merchant made a mistake or you don't recognize it, innocent, right? There's a variety of things, but a chargeback gets filed and you shouldn't be filing a chargeback. Within first-party misuse, there's another category called first-party fraud, which are the people that intentionally go after and look for these loopholes. And when they find them, they hit them really hard. And so what Chargeback911 specializes in is helping merchants disprove and overturn those first-party misuse chargebacks, which shouldn't be filed to begin with.
Well, great. So I get really how you're protecting every one of us, which is amazing because it is a big issue. How do you protect the merchant?
Absolutely. So really, when we work with a customer, we're working on behalf of the merchant. So the merchant is our customer in that situation. So what we're doing is the merchant basically comes to us and they say, hey, we'd like you to represent our chargebacks. And at that point, what we do is we start receiving the files from the bank, and then we establish a relationship with that merchant where what we're doing is we're retrieving the evidence that we need to be able to build those cases for them. And so really what that becomes is we're representing that merchant inside of the process so that what the merchant can do is focus on running their business, right? Come to us for our expertise in chargebacks and run your business, which is your core competency. It's really what it boils down to.
Oh, that's great. Am I wrong in thinking that there's a third part to this? Are you also providing some services to the financial institutions?
You are correct in saying that. So we do also have a sister organization called FI911, which is the other part of the equation. So I mentioned before that we're involved in all parts of the process. So that's how we help merchants. With FI911, Monica, about 5-6 years ago, expanded the business and started getting into helping FIs manage their chargebacks. So through FI911, we also help PayFacs, orchestration layers, acquirers, and issuers manage their ingestion, management, and routing of chargebacks as well, which uniquely positions us in the market to understand the equation very differently when you're involved not just with the merchant, but the issuers, the acquirers, and the entire part of the equation.
So you're helping the man in the street, you're helping the merchants, big and small, the financial institutions. It truly seems end to end.
That's really the goal. If you think back to, or if you have it, so if I look at why I work here, it's really because of our founder, Monica, and really what she wanted to do. And her goal, or even the challenge the status quo, right? Our tagline at this company, it was really about changing the way that things worked, right? Mm-hmm. making it a more transparent and fair process for everybody involved. So you're correct. We do work with everybody, but that's intentional, right? It's working with everybody to ensure that end to end the process works for everybody.
Yeah, and while that's, it's a great vision that you guys have brought to reality, what are the particular challenges that you run into?
Well, so I think if I had to classify the three biggest challenges, I would say that technology both moves very fast and very slow. So, right, we're here at Money 2020. I'm looking around. I see AI this, AI that, AI everywhere. So we're constantly inundated with new technology that you have to parse through and figure out what the heck you're going to do with it. But at the same time, we're working with a process that also involves fax machines in some places. So, right, it's literally a process that is both bleeding edge technology and as old as it can get. And so you're trying to stitch that all together and create a process that works for everybody. And then I would say the second thing is the technology around us is changing. So not just the payments technology, but the way that consumers are behaving is changing. COVID, move to e-commerce, digitization, microtransacting, the way that consumers interact with us as customers is totally different today than it was 10 years ago. And the regulations for chargebacks are from 1970s. And so, right, while we update those and we try to keep those recent and up with the times, it's really a matter of chasing technology and trends.
Yeah, I think it's right. A lot of people don't realize, the role that regulation plays, and we always hope that it doesn't hold back technology. And technology, as you mentioned, it is a challenge. There's so much new technology coming out, but it sounds like you guys have been able to do a real good job of picking out those technologies that benefit the business.
Yeah, so I think one thing that I enjoy telling people always come up now and they ask, how do you use AI in your stack? And rather than answering their question, I like to tell them that we've been using it longer than it's been a buzzword, right? I think that the inundation of AI companies in this space has made it very fashionable to talk about it. But at the end of the day, we've been using machine learning and artificial intelligence in various manners inside of our platform for much longer than it's been fashionable to talk about. And so, yes, I would completely agree. That's literally been what we've done. Is we had a company that was founded by Monica 15, 20 years ago that started as kind of an accounting forensic service that we built a platform around, and now that's modeled in the technology.
Really, I'm really impressed with a lot of what you said. And we're here at Money 2020, which is a great event. But why did you choose Money 2020?
Well, so we are involved in a lot of shows, and I would say that personally, and this is me as a person, and right, I think we definitely invest deeply in this show. You can see that. We love Money 2020 because it's a good mix of the ecosystem that we are involved in. I think we started by saying that we work with merchants and FIs. And right, if you look at the other shows, they tend to focus on one or the other. I think what's cool about Money 2020 is that you do really get the broad spectrum and you get to interface with all of the players. You can talk to an FI and a merchant in the same day. And I think that that's a really unique blend that allows you to get a broader understanding of where the industry's at than just windowing into something like an affiliate show or a merchant show or an FI show.
Yeah, no, that's an excellent point. So, Zachary, we're here at Money 2020, where there's work for today, but the innovation going forward in the future. So, may I ask, what's the future for Chargebacks911 as well as the industry?
Absolutely. So, I'm gonna give a shameless plug to our webinar that we recently did. We just released our 2024 field report on chargebacks, and we are of the strong opinion from talking and surveying our merchants and our FI customers that the chargeback problem is only going to keep getting bigger. And that's not just us. Visa and MasterCard and all of the guidance that's released from other players in the industry, it all agrees. So what I would say is if I had future predictions, I would say that this is going to be a problem that will continue to grow. You're going to continue to see regulations try to chase the problem, right? If you look at recent stuff, 3DS and those types of regulations in Europe, you're going to see more of that stuff come to the United States. We typically see Europe lead the way with that. And then I think you're going to see, as that happens, right, those guidelines and those compelling evidence, guidelines from Visa in Europe as they make their way to the United States, you're going to see us find creative ways to work those into our product to continue to deliver better results for our customers. So I think the summary is the problem's going to evolve, but I think the solution's going to evolve right alongside of it.
Okay, well, really interesting. I mean, Chargebacks911 has got a long history now of really looking to help both the consumer as well as the merchant, as well as the financial institution. So I wish you the greatest of success going forward. And thank you for joining us at Money 2020.
Thank you very much, Chris. Have an excellent day.
Great. Chris Principe, Financial IT.